Y'all can start. I'm trying not to kill my iPad. There we go.
Everybody, welcome to NC-17. I'm Josh. Lisa's out and about doing her thing, but it's always a good thing. Today, we're not going to mention the sponsors. We're getting right into it. Today, we have Horrorland Media, who made Mothershucker, an awesome movie, who's now got a rating of a 10 because my wife says I should just make it a 10, so it's a 10. But yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourselves and what you did and, like your parts in the movie, go ahead.
Hey, I'm Whitney. I was the most abused corpse. My role was it's in a frame in my living room. I'm excited about it. My role was to be one of the interviewees for the paranormal crew and then go investigate in the cornfield. So it was a good time, had a great time.
All right.
I'm Carl. I did some of the music. I did the practical effects. I was actually the shucker and helped write, helped produce, pretty much all the things. Did special effects makeup with Lee, and we pretty much wrote the four of us together at dinner one night. So,
and I'm Eric. I was Farmer Kitchen, and I just helped this Yahoo keep him out of trouble most of the time.
All right, well, I'm Lee. So I was part of the cinematography and I did a little bit of the makeup effects. A lot of that was Carl. And then, just helped direct the chaos on set. Helped keep Carl focused.
That's right. That's a full-time job. It takes multiple people.
Multiple people in cattle prods.
Whitney was sitting back there in her chair, just chilling. She was like, I'm just going to let her handle
it.
Yeah, so I'm Justin. I did the rest of the cinematography. What Lee didn't, I did. I edited. Pretty much all of us wore multiple hats, so those were my main two things.
All right. I'm gonna go with my wife had a question, so she's first and foremost for me anyway. So, Justin, she said that going into the future, how many of these do you plan on making, or is it just going to be something that you come across as you come across it?
So, we'll leave it open-ended as come across when you come across. The original plan was, I think, a trilogy, but the door is always open because it just depends on how they go. If people like them, you don't want to do so many that they they wear out their welcome. But if people like them, it's definitely something we can look into doing because Mothershucker really is a film that they write themselves. They're corny, pun intended. They're in a cornfield. They really write themselves. So, the original plan was a trilogy, but that's not to say it'll stay that way.
All right.
I never run out of bad ideas, so.
Let's talk about the farm that you guys were on, because I know we touched up a little bit on it before, but everything that was going on and the people were nice enough to let you use it and stuff like that. So going into it and filming and everything like that, was there any setbacks that happened that kind of like halted production for a moment, or no?
No, believe it or not. I hate to say this because it's going to sound really bad. We went into this having no idea what we were doing, and it went so amazingly smooth. We didn't have any big setbacks. We didn't have, knock on wood, thank God, we didn't have any equipment failures. And I guess the biggest thing was Carrie and Wes Kitchens trusted us enough to let us torment their fields. And we had some, hiccups like you saw in the blooper reel, where, we would forget, leave a camera or a tripod or something out. But it went
tripping over soft feet kind of a thing.
Yeah, I'm never gonna live that down. That's gonna be a poster. but it was amazingly smooth. And I think the big thing that made it that way was everybody cooperated so well. That was, it's like Justin touched on before. Nobody bitched and griped about it being hot. We just be like, damn, it's hot. And then you go off and do your thing. And it was amazing. It really was.
Oh, yeah.
And Lee had to crack the whip, but you know.
I have 3 girls, so I'm used to that. So
How do you live with it?
4 if I'm there.
I actually had a fan question. They wanted to know, like, when you guys were all getting together for the first time, like you said before, some of you knew each other, some of you didn't know each other, and it came together so cohesively that going forward, is it like, I mean, I already know what you said in the last one, but they didn't watch the first one until like fairly recently. But going forward, you're gonna use the same people and maybe different roles and stuff like that.
As much as we can. Absolutely.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So Eric,
Yes.
how was it filming with Carl when you guys are like buddies in real life and everything? How was that?
Oh, I mean, to see what you saw on screen, that's pretty much how we are day to day. It wasn't really, I wasn't stretching my acting, to get there. I'm half the time telling him how dumb he is, and the other half, he's cleaning up after me, and I'm cleaning up after him. But it was a good time. It was really natural for the two of us.
It was.
The more we filmed, the more we liked what we saw on screen. It was just really natural.
We were just able to play off each other.
Exactly. Yeah.
I have to say one of my favorite things. My favorite line is still "What the hillbilly bullshit is this? Party bullshit is this?" It's my favorite line. But I do want to say, like, during the bloopers, Carl's like, "Don't shuck it up," and everyone was like trying to be serious. That was gold to me. But as I was saying before you guys came on, I've actually shown it 10 times already. And I took it to work and showed it to my coworkers and stuff. Everybody's giving rave reviews. That's not me bullshitting or anything like that. And there was one person, like I said, that just says it wasn't their speed, and I get it.
Yeah.
But everyone's like, we need to see it again. So we're having a Halloween party on the 26th, and I'm going to show it again, but it's going to be a house full of people.
I need to go on the site and buy a copy.
Yes.
That's I actually do have some people who wanted me to tell you they are going to buy it, and I know for a fact they will.
That's killer.
Yes.
So.
We're stars, baby.
We're heading to the big time.
So Whitney, filming the scenes and, as you would say, you being stepped on and everything like that, it was all in fun and everything like that. What was your favorite experience filming?
Ooh. Well, it was a combination of a little bit of everything. So I've never been in a movie. I've been in a couple of skits, nothing crazy, local things, a lot of fun, all the things. I really enjoyed the whole process of being in a small movie and learning the chemistry of the other actors, and Carl makes it so easy. He's very easy to talk to, very easy to get along with. I met Eric on premiere day.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get the pleasure of acting with you, but
We'll remedy that.
yes, we will. But it was really just seeing how everybody came together, and it so naturally. We had great direction from Lee and Justin. The whole time you felt great and good and supported. It was hilarious. The off-the-cuff comments that came out of everybody's mouth. We had a script, kind of, but it just flowed, and it was great. And when I was not in front of the camera, I was kicked back in a chair enjoying the free entertainment for the day. It was fantastic.
That's good. I actually had a viewer want me to ask Leah a question. Do you at some point maybe want to direct your own movie and have Justin in front of the screen and just kind of like you doing your like everything's you?
I can't wait to hear the answer to this, by the way.
Yeah. Sir Justin.
I'll be showing up tomorrow alone, guys.
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I mean, I do have a vision, kind of honestly more of like a spinoff of Mothershucker. But I haven't really thought about that option to be honest with you. So, but the possibilities are endless with this crew. Let me just tell you. I mean, yeah. I mean, I hope, the goal is for us all, honestly, to make our own kind of movie, which, Carl will get his chance, Eric will get his chance, we all kind of have different ideas in our head. And even though, we may not all understand or it wouldn't be our preference. I think everybody, we came as a foursome, so I think we all deserve to have a shot at, doing what we want to do.
I have to say, Justin, the one scene you were in, everybody loved.
Yeah.
They were like that reminds me of like my younger brother I could talk to and stuff. Like everyone loved it.
We've been telling him he nailed it. He doesn't want to hear it because he hates
I don't want to hear it.
but he freaking killed it. Without that, tied the whole damn movie together. It gave the guys a legit reason to be in the field, and I thought he did a great job with that. Probably the best part of the film.
Yeah, he killed it. He really did.
But he don't want to hear none of that.
I'm not a camera person. I'd rather be behind it than in front of it. So I don't know. I did it because, like I said,
I can't be the only pretty one.
Right? I mean, I don't know. But I mean, we lost the person who was going to play that part, and so I kind of had to do it. And I mean, I think it's Eric and Carl were already in it as the four of us, and Lee didn't really fit what we needed with that. So I mean, it's just all about stepping up. I mean, I preferably will never be in another one. But if it calls for it, I will do it because that's what you do for the sake of the movie. And I mean, I enjoyed it. But that is definitely a scene that when I watch it, I do have to skip that scene because I don't like watching myself. I think that's just me. I don't know.
I mean, I'm the same way, but just not for podcasts. I love podcasts, but yeah. But so Mothershucker is gonna be for movie in the movie of the year category for NC-17 awards.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Carl Cobb is going to be in for villain in a horror movie. And then Horrorland Media is going to be in for creator. So like there's a lot of different, and these will be getting real awards. So I haven't made
sweet.
whoever wins.
Yes.
Awesome.
So
Yay.
it's
That's awesome.
it's interesting that most people want to go see. Like I seen Terrifier 3. Have you guys?
Yeah, hated it.
I haven't
You
seen
hated
We have
it?
not.
Yeah. Let me take that back. I love David Howard Thornton. I thought this was his best interpretation of art. But honestly, I thought it was just a vehicle. It's a reason to have a fourth movie to get a big franchise behind it. I didn't think it had a plot, really. And I kind of got flamed for that because a lot of people are like, oh, they delved into her trauma, but they didn't. It was 3 minutes, quit. I was like, now the blood and gore was outstanding. And I thought the kills were great. I didn't think it served its purpose. It's like it just never reached its destination with me. Having said that, will I buy it? Yeah. Well, I would have bought it. Now I'll tell you why I won't. I did not know that Cinemark was going to rate me. I felt like I needed a counselor and a police officer when I went in and bought a ticket. And the lady said, "You want to buy the combo?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." $35 later, you get a Coke, a little box of popcorn, some M&Ms. I was like, really? I don't get a Blu-ray with that? A kiss? Nothing? Just
Oh yeah.
Ow. Yeah.
I'm more of the type of person, and a lot of the people that listen to the show or watch the show, they're more of they like the independent stuff.
Yeah, always.
And the thing is to me, like I said before, it's like it seems like more of a family environment when it's independent, because like my wife was like, I would rather watch Beetlejuice. I was like, you go do that. I'm gonna watch Mothershucker. So
Yeah.
But when you said that, Damien Leone, they had was it last year?
It was last year.
January of 23, we went to Days of the Dead in Atlanta. And the VIP party turned into Damien Leone's birthday party.
Oh, okay.
And
it was really cool.
It was really cool. You had access to all the cast. Like I hung out with Jenna Cannell forever. It was just a lot of fun. And I had my GoPro with me. And, you don't want to jam that in directors' faces and stuff like you're looking for a podcast. But I was talking to him and I said, we want to do a movie. And he turned around, looked at me, and he said, then you're an idiot if you don't. He said, go make the movie. If it costs $5 or $5 million, go make the movie. If you don't, one day you're going to look back and regret it. And then he kind of gave me little tips on don't be real serious. Don't be, don't try to micromanage money. And it was amazing that here's a guy that was right after Terrifier 2. And, here's a guy that started out with, with All Hallows Eve and all that. And now all of a sudden he's got a major studio back in with a $3 million budget. And that's what the community's about. It's people aren't ashamed or afraid to be outshined or whatever by helping a fellow, director or a fellow movie company or whatever. And that's and I try to tell people this little group, this independent film keeps the genre alive. It's the big blockbusters don't do that because they're not released enough that matter. It's the small independent films that draw people back in. And without this, I think it dies on the vine.
The conventions are really good for that. I can tell you right now, those of you that haven't done it.
Oh yeah.
It's really a breeding ground for creativity. There's a lot of people, almost everybody you meet there is either making a movie or wants to make a movie or has an idea. Everybody does.
And we buy them all.
Yes.
We'll do it again this weekend at Scarefest.
Yes.
We'll carry some of our movies around and I may trade them one for another or something. And just, it's, we support everybody. And we bought some bad movies.
Oh yeah.
I have bought some really bad movies, but I keep them and I don't regret it because for that moment in time, that was somebody's idea that made them feel like they'd accomplished a goal that they had. And that's all that ultimately really matters. Your heart was in it. You enjoyed it. You did what you came to do. And I'll support that all day long.
Oh yeah. Justin, would you ever tackle anything to where it is like very, very demanding, like a zombie movie or anything like that? Would you ever do anything like that?
Again, the possibilities are endless. The main thing is just to have fun. So if at the end of the day, when the four of us, me, Lee, Carl, and Eric, if we sit down and we come up with something and we say we're going to do this, and it entices us to do so, we're going to make it happen. And if that's demanding, but we can do it and all have fun, sure. I mean, why not?
Well, having said that, I think we should do a Mothershucker zombie stripper movie.
I mean, you never know.
We could call it Hose in the Rose. I'm an idiot. Sorry.
This is all
what it's really like with all of us together.
It's okay. I was just thrown for what he said, but it's okay.
This is every day, okay? Every day.
It's okay.
Hey, Jasmine.
Hey.
Everybody.
How are you, Jasmine?
Party's here.
What's up, boo?
There's your hillbilly Barbie right there.
I have to say, when you were pulling up and he said that line, that was my favorite line in the whole movie.
I gave it that idea. You're welcome.
Yeah. It's terrible that she got abused the way she did.
So coming together after it's done and you guys getting ready since you got the online stuff and since you're getting ready to go to the conventions and stuff like that, what's the end goal? Do you want to go just in certain states, or do you want to go like all over as far as you can go?
We want to go where everybody will take
Far
us.
as we can go.
Yeah, I want to go every step of the way. I wanted to go. I mean, we've entered this film in Japanese horror movie film festivals. I mean, I want to do we've done it we did Japanese and a British one. I want to go as far as it'll go. I mean, I wouldn't bother me a bit to fly to Japan and do a press tour for this movie. I would love that. And it's happened to directors before in Japan. I want to do everything we can do. Yeah. Even if it doesn't make a lot of money, it's not about the money. It's about the fun, and it's about the friendship and the companionship. And and I've said it 1,000 times. I'll say it 1,000 more. There's nothing I enjoy more in this life than putting a smile on somebody's face.
All right. Jazz, being a part of the film, what was your favorite thing you filmed in this movie?
My favorite thing. Okay, I love the blooper because
Probably
my favorite
probably
thing
not her
was-
death scene.
That was interesting though. It was fun. I didn't mind being buried under dirt for a little bit, but my favorite part has got to be the bloopers where Carl falls in his in the corn.
It was my favorite part too.
Yeah.
And you wonder why I'm the way I am.
I don't.
Eric, so
Yes.
with the way it ended, and like you and Carl Cobb, like pretty much going to be rivals for the foreseeable future, where would you like for your character to go?
We have some ideas. I'm not allowed to say too much, but there are definitely some plans in the works I think you'll like.
I mean, he shot me. I'm gonna kick his ass.
Plan. But I think there's a lot of ways it could go. I don't really know what to say. I mean,
It's
without
gonna
giving
be-
away anything, just know that there are some twists and turns that we've thought about. I don't know if that's the route we'll take, but there are some ideas that we have. Anything to cover up my bad acting is where I want to go with it.
Have you guys thought about maybe, like doing a sequel and then a prequel? Because that's kind of what society is doing nowadays, is they'll give you 2 movies and then they'll give you a backup story. I mean, pretty much you gave the story at the beginning, but just like, is there anything you would do as a prequel?
Yeah, possibility. There is. I mean, I could see. I'm with Justin. Initially, we thought, as we sat down the night we put this thing together, we pretty much had the titles for the 2 movies to follow for a trilogy. We already had the titles written out. But at the same time, we can't give a lot away or say much about it. But we're about to start filming our second full-length film, and it's not going to be part of the Mothershucker franchise. It's going to,
But it will be in the universe.
Yeah, it's going to be a much darker.
Because everything has to be in the universe now. So
Yeah, it's going to be a much darker movie. It's going to, and it's honestly, it's Lee and Justin. They've done.
that's their baby.
They've done 99% of the writing for this, and it's going to, honestly, and I know I say this because we're doing it, but it's going to be incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we get that in the can, we're going back full bore stupid on Mothershucker.
Oh yeah.
I think
Yeah.
everyone should come back as a corn cob and kill Carl for killing us.
Yeah.
See?
I like that.
Or they come back reincarnated as a combine and be like, "There's that fat bastard."
Who's a Malibu Barbie now?
By the way, Jazz, your character was my wife's favorite character.
Oh, get it, baby.
Yeah, yeah.
She's like, I identify with her the most. I was like, I can see that. Whitney, though, so with being able to sit back some and just like watch everything that's going on, did that get your juices flowing of maybe you wanting to write something?
No. No.
Flat no.
No. That's going to be a hard pass. Thank you, though. I enjoy very extremely limited roles and highs and hellos. That's what I like to do. I have poor memory, so remembering lines is real difficult. Trying to manage the chaos that is Carl alone, let alone the other actors and actresses. No, I'm good, but thank you. Lee and Justin and Carl and Eric are killing it.
So we got about 9 minutes left. What's the, if you each want to go one by one, what's the end goal you would like for not just Mothershucker, but for like your career? Where would you like your career to go?
We'll let you start that one.
Oh, I'm happy to be included, to be honest. Carl said, "Hey, I'm gonna do a movie. Do you want to be part of it?" I said, "Heck yeah!" Like, bucket list item. When you're little, you dream of all the big things and movies and famous and all the things. And this is not that, but this is really cool. Just being able to be in front of a camera and do something kind of fulfilled that dream for me a little bit. So I'm a happy camper. Being included in anything else is really a bonus for me. I do mean it when I say that I like to be just in small roles. That's fine. I work 3 jobs. I'm incredibly busy, so scheduling is really difficult. I'm just happy to pop in, say hello, and be included. And I'm super appreciative of you guys for letting me come and hang out and die. So
And
That's my girl. I want to do everything. Period. I do. I want 8X Productions to blow up. I want this to be our job, our career, our life. I want everything we do to revolve around this. Plain and simple. I would love nothing better than to get up every day, grab a cup of coffee, and drive over to these folks' houses and go, all right, we got to print T-shirts or banners or stickers. And our job for the day is promoting whatever film is coming up next. I would love nothing more than spend the rest of my life doing that, if it's 10 minutes or 100 years. And like I said before, no matter what I do film-wise, Justin's going to always be my cameraman, my editor, my director. Everything I want to do with them. The 4 of us. I want that to be the sole focus, employment, whatever you want to call it, forever. That's I would love it to become that. I think it would be the best thing that you got 4 friends that came together just on happenstance because of a mutual love for horror, and they became this little entity that became 8X Productions. And the next thing you know, who knows? I would love for it to see it blow up huge, and I'm perfectly content if it doesn't, as long as we stay together as a crew, continue to use all our friends, and continue to make these movies. If we do a 10-minute short film or a 3-hour miniseries or whatever, just the idea that the 10 of us, 11 counting Aaron, stay together and continue to pump out movies that I hope people will like and buy. But I would love ideally for that to become my whole life.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a whole lot I can add to that. For me, it was just, I've been writing since I was 10, and I've got notebook after notebook of ideas and short stories and stuff like that. I've always wanted an outlet, and I've never had one. And the 4 of us together has given me that opportunity, and I'm eternally grateful for that. I think I've thanked all 3 of them multiple times for so I won't do it again, because I always see Justin's face get red whenever I do it. So I won't. But I will be eternally grateful for the outlet that this has given us to put our ideas out there, even if they're dumb, doesn't really matter to me. You know, I'm all about the fun. And this, as long as it remains fun, I'll be right in the middle of it. So.
Jazz, you want to go?
Yeah. So this was just kind of fun for me. I was like, Carl's like, you want to be in a movie? And I was like, heck yeah, I got a good blood curdling scream. I could do it. And so the fact that they're asking me to come back and be in the next one is pretty cool too. So I'm just along for the ride as long as I can with my tiny terrorist in the background.
Well, I'm all for it blowing up. I mean, I'm going to Japan. I'm manifesting it, and that's
And we've actually had that conversation.
that's what I want to happen. So it's gonna happen. So
Yeah.
We might be buying the plane ticket.
I don't give a damn. We can
Japan's
buy them and
Japan,
take a
right?
box of movies.
so yeah.
I do got all right, so before you answer, have you guys ever been to Michigan?
Yes.
I have not.
There's a convention up here called Motor City Nightmares.
Yep.
And I go to it every year. If you guys can somehow make it up here for one of those, I can guarantee I can put Mothershucker in a big screen theater.
Oh, when did they have it? Because they were
Motor City is what,
all
August?
July.
July, okay.
Yeah,
Last
hell
weekend
yeah,
of
I do
July.
that.
Like,
I mean,
if you guys
I'll
can make it
I'll
up
do
here. Yeah, if
Carl
you guys
drives,
make it
so
up
I'm
here.
all for it.
Yeah, I mean, you can ask Lee and Justin. If you call me, it's like, it's a party. Shit, I'm in the van. Let's go. I mean, I'm ready to drive to San Antonio to do cockshuckers. I mean, I'm down. Let's do it. Because it's only
I'm just throwing it out there. If you guys can make it up here, I can get Mothershucker put on a big screen at an MJR theater. So.
Wow.
Oh yeah, see, that'd be great. We could host a panel or something.
Yeah.
Get to meet the big thing I want to do. I want to meet people that have seen it, that dig it.
Yeah.
You know, and just be
I
like,
like
just the vibe of it. Just be around people that have seen it, being like, "What do you think?" They're like, "Oh, it sucked," or "It was great," or just tell us what you thought and tell us what we could do better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
All right. So what about you?
I mean, basically what Carl said, I would love to, I'm 30, so I would love to
Dang.
be able to do.
You gonna tell what our ages are.
Right? No, it is what it is. But I mean, I would love to be, 32 and be like, oh yeah, I make low budget horror films and do conventions for a living. Like that's what I do. So ultimately, I think that would be our end goal. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think like Eric said, as long as we have fun, and I mean, the big thing is if we can have fun and stay in the conversation. I mean, you have these low budget directors like a Donald Farmer and a Tim Ritter, and some of their movies, when you think of low budget, you think of their films. And so, in 20 years, I would love for that to be us. I would love when someone says low budget for them to think of a Mothershucker or, we won't give the title, but our next movie that's coming out, like I would love for them to think of us and think of those titles, and for in 20 years for us to still be in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got about a minute and a half left. I would like to thank everyone for joining me today. Jazz, my wife's going to be jealous that I got to talk to you and she didn't.
That's our baby.
I will be showing Mothershucker again, like I said, at the Halloween party. Now, when I do that, I'm going to take a picture of every single person who's watching it, and I'm going to send it to y'all.
Okay.
Great. Yeah.
Thank you.
So-
Thank you so much.
And we appreciate it, brother.
No problem. I appreciate you guys. I mean, without you guys and putting out good movies like this, I'd be bored. That's guys on the street.
I'm glad we ran across you, man. I'm glad you were
All right.
Yeah.
Until then, visit them at Horrorland Media
.square.site.
.square.site. Pick up their movie, their shirts, all their physical stuff. It's awesome. I want to thank you guys again. And until next time, stay NC-17.
Thank you.
brother.
Thank you.
Thank you. You guys have a good one.
You
All
too,
right.
man.
Dude.